Okay, you guys. So, Cardi B just dropped her new album, Am I the Drama, yesterday after making fans wait 7 whole years after her debut album. So, the album has 23 tracks with features from Summer Walker, Selena Gomez, Kayani, Lizzo, and even Janet Jackson, and it literally went platinum in less than 24 hours. Now, before you think it's all great, people are pissed about this. So, the album got certified platinum basically the same day it came out. And that's usually something that takes weeks, months, or even years, okay? Not hours. So, the question is, how did this happen? 2 words, and up. So, Cardi included both of these massive hits on her new album. Now, whatever we say, came out in 2020 and is certified 9 times platinum. Up dropped in 2021 and is 5 times platinum. Now, both songs hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. So when you add an album that already has millions of units from previous sales, you basically get an instant platinum status. Now this is where people are split. Now, some fans are celebrating it like, yes ma'am, you did your big one. But critics are saying this feels like cheating. They're calling it a cheap way to boost numbers and make the album look more successful than it actually is. Now, Cardi addressed all of this on Twitter back in June. She said Waki Moon did and Up are her 2 biggest songs and that her fans have been asking her to put them on the album. And people search for them all the time, and she said that they deserve a home. She also pointed out that these old songs don't count towards her first week sales anyways, so people shouldn't be mad about this whole situation. Now, some people think it's smart as far as business, but other people think it's desperate. Now, one thing that's interesting is Cardi joins Lady Gaga as one of the only artists to have a 2025 album certified platinum so far. But that's not the only thing that has people talking. Some people love the album, some people hate the album now. Some people have been complaining that her album sounds dated. Her recent singles like Outside and Imaginary Players didn't perform as well as expected on the charts. Even though Outside did reach #10 on the Billboard charts, they expected a #1. And this has people wondering if Cardi still has it. But I feel like the thing that has people talking the most is the drama that actually came from this album. Now, Cardi went hard on Bea. Okay, now Cardi went hard at Bea on a track called Pretty and Petty, and she went in, baby. When I tell you she ate Bea up, she ate Bea up. Now, if you guys do not know that Bea and Cardi B have beef, I'm letting you know they have beef. Now, this all started when Bea felt like Cardi B was popping off of her style, her swag, everything about the way she makes her music, just trying to imitate her all the way around. Now, she called her out on Twitter. Cardi B denied it. She says that she's not even worried about this girl. And then, Bea tried to out Cardi by saying that she was cheating on Offset. So, from that point forward, it was up. Now, Bea made a diss track about Cardi, and Cardi didn't respond until now. Now, Cardi explained on The Breakfast Club that Bea mentioned her kids when she dissed her, so she felt like she had to respond. Take a look.
You waited, you told her you were gonna do it on your terms when you were ready. You do the song, you drop it. At this point, though, so that reignites everything. Because I remember y'all were going back and forth. Your whole thing was you felt like you just doing this because you want my platform, you want the attention. I'm gonna give it to you, and then I'm done with it. This reignites it all. Like, why even address her again on the album?
Because you mentioned my kids trying to be cute. There's gonna be times that like people throw shots at you, or like there's gonna be times like like when she did her little diss and it was trash. Like it's like it could have been trash. People dragged you, and I could leave it at that. But it's like everything on social media is gonna be seen. So when my kids grow up one day and they see that you mentioned them, and then they're gonna ask me like, so what you said, what you did? I'm not gonna tell my kids like, I just felt like she took the high road because she lost because people wasn't on her side. No, I'm not saying that to my kids. I'm like, you see how
Now, she also seemed to throw shots at JT and Ice Spice, and there are definitely some emotional tracks about her divorce from Offset. So the album title, Am I the Drama, fits the album perfectly. Now, it's being predicted that the album might sell under 200,000 units in its first week, and that's with the new material alone, but we'll have to wait for the official numbers to see how the songs actually perform on the album. Now, Cardi is not the first artist to include old hits on new albums, is actually very common, but I think doing it with songs as successful as Meow 1 and Up definitely stands out. So, do y'all think Cardi putting those songs on her album is a smart move, or do you think she's cheating the stats? Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this below. And what do y'all think about her album? Are you here for it, or do you think it's trash? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
The pros and cons of Cardi B new album, Am I the Drama? I'm gonna start off with the pros. First of all, the rollout, actually, I love the rollout. Every day you was posting something, it was something new coming out. Basically, it's been a Cardi B week, I ain't gonna lie. Secondly, I love the nostalgic vibes of Invasion of Privacy, like a little bit of trap, a little bit of feelings, but it still felt new and up to date in certain ways. That was cute, Cardi. Thirdly, I love when she do songs that got an R&B artist doing the chorus and she doing the rapping part, like the one with her and Kehlani, Safe. I love that. To me, that's the best song on the album. Top 3 at least. And of course, we love the drama. You ate up on the rap beats, Cardi. Now, the cons is only one big con for me. I just feel like we just should never waited 7 years for that. I feel like that would have been just cute, released 2 years ago.
Me personally, when I listen to Cardi B album, it kind of give me like shock value listening. Like, you know, like when you hear something for the first time, you're like, oh, why would they say that? But it's like that one time is the one time you're gonna feel that way. Like, as far as like, if I go back and listen to Magnet a couple times over and over, it's like when I first heard it, it's like, okay, damn, you really said that shit. But it's like after a while, you're like, that's it. Like, and then like when it came down to Bia, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be dead too. But it's like you really brought that beef back out of the woodworks when really, honestly, nobody was thinking about her. You made us think about her again. That's why I'm like, it's kind of like this moment was like a little bit of spite. Now, granted, you know, the songs about Offset, those can run free. But I'm like, it's come down to the other parts, just like, it's just like a lot of energy was just put towards like old beef and stuff like that. Like, if this was a normal person, we would pretty much be like, you're still on that, like you're still going back and forth with these bitches all this time. I'm just personally trying to figure out how is this going to transfer into an arena performance. Like, as far as having songs that you can like dance to and like have a choreography to, I'm trying to like really grasp like what songs are actually going to have like a stage presence, if you know what I mean. All I have to say is though, just don't take 7 years again.
Now, Cardi, why would you go and tell us name 5 Bill songs? Listen, technically she wasn't lying, okay? Because I don't know not damn Bill song. The only Bill song I know is by Lil Jon and the Eastside Crew. Now that I listened to Cardi's album in its entirety, y'all, I'm not playing. Cardi went in that studio and snapped for real. Like, every feature that she had on there did they thing. Like Lizzo, she had her Jennifer Hudson going on, but she sounded real good. Selena Gomez, the way Selena and Cardi complimented each other on the album, 10 out of 10. The only negative thing I could say about the album is when it came to the Janet Jackson feature, it was a sample, okay? So technically was it a feature, but other than that, I really enjoyed this album. And it's like no skips. Like, do you know how hard of an album it has to be to have 23 songs and you can just listen to it and not skip any one? Like, Cardi did this, okay? And Cardi, if you see this video and when you come to my city for the tour, we should link up, okay? Let's make that happen. I'm gonna keep saying that until it happens. Like, me and Cardi, we gonna link up.
Cardi B has dropped her long-awaited album, Am I the Drama? It's been around 8 years since she dropped Invasion of Privacy, and I just listened to Am I the Drama? And I'm gonna give you my honest review and how I feel about the album. When I first heard Invasion of Privacy, I remember I was playing that joint in my car and I was just vibing from the first track to the last. It had like a bunch of rappers in there. We also had the inclusion of the Migos. Obviously, we don't have that on this album. This album doesn't have a lot of rap features. When I looked at the features for this album, I seen a lot of like, it's heavily driven on female songwriters, female singers. It has Kehlani, it has Lizzo. So, and it has Summer Walker, who actually shows up multiple times on this album. For the most part, Cardi soloed this album herself, which was surprising to see, but it was amazing because I think she did an amazing job on this album. Even with the features and the female songwriters that's featured on this album is hard. Cardi went off on this album. This is Cardi's testament to her pain and everything that she's been through throughout the years. You definitely have a lot of, you know, conversations, you know, that she's having towards her baby father, Offset. So you're definitely gonna hear her saying things about that. But for the most part, this is a rap album. The singles that she put out outside and Imaginary Players was just a slicing on the cake compared to what is on this album. Bodega Baddies is gonna go crazy on TikTok. My only issue with that song is that it's too short. I wish it was longer. I really wish it was. My favorite song just so happens to be a song she has on there with Lizzo because it has a sample that I love. And when you hear the song, you'll know why. She also has a song on there called Pretty and Petty where she's responding to Bia's diss track. And if I was Bia, honestly, I would go somewhere and just hide and hope that it don't rain tomorrow because she cooked the hell out of Bia. I give this album, honestly, a 10 out of 10. You know, this album did something for me that only certain albums can do. And it left me with a bunch of different emotions from everything that Cardi was discussing, you know, and the delivery and how she put it out. It was just crazy. It's like amazing to listen to and it was amazing to hear. I didn't know what I expected from this album, but it gave me everything that I wanted from this album. And I think this album is going to be...
As somebody who has listened to majority of the Cardi B album, let me just say this. It's Cardi Beatrice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be expecting this hard, grungy rap. Like, it's not about to be the best bars of the year. We know that. With that said, Salute, amazing song. The song with Kehlani, amazing song. Bodega Baddie, amazing song. Pretty Petty, whatever called, the shot against Bia, amazing. Love it for what it's worth. I feel like Cardi B had those fun, turned up songs a little bit, you know, shaking down, you know, typical Cardi B. She had a breakup song, shout. If you going through it, you're gonna love it. I don't really want to hear sad Cardi going on a journey. That's just not me, you know, because that's not what I know her for. And then she had, you know, some stuff that you could tell it's like more radio play-ish, like mall kind of friendly music. You know, she's dibbling in multiple genres. Was it cohesive? Hell fucking no. Was it telling a story on like a journey? Hell fucking no. But I'm not listening to Cardi B for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not an artist I would go to for that kind of music. So when y'all throwing her in this like harsh, rap category, she gotta be the hardest rapper out, yeah. I don't think she's ever claimed to be. Or you know what? Maybe she has. But I will say, this album is nothing more than the shit we've gotten from Cardi B before. Like, no shit. Like, it was what I expected. I didn't expect too much. And I really did appreciate a lot of the beats. I love the beats. Whoever her producer was, hey. I did appreciate some of the lyrics, the plays on words, and the things she would say. You know, it was a little shot grabby, especially in Pretty Petty, whatever that shit is called. Like, I don't know, she kind of snapped with that. But I feel like this was standard Cardi Beatrice. Like, I'm not expecting more. No more or less, okay?